Gokhan, how are you feeling? It's a really, really important day.
It's a very exciting day. We're very happy to see our kids back to school after almost 7 months. We've been preparing for this for the past few months, and I think as the ministry, we've taken almost every single necessary measure to realize today.
How much have you learned from other countries? I mean, the two that stand out for me, and there are probably other examples, Germany, about 2 or 3 weeks, 3 weeks or so after reopening schools in Berlin, reported that 40 schools had coronavirus infections. Their hundreds of students and teachers were self-isolating. And then in Israel, when the schools reopened there was a big surge in cases and community transmission. What have you learned from those countries?
This is a learning process. I mean, we've been following almost every single country from the very outset of the crisis. Not only Germany or Israel, but we've been following the US, we've been following France, countries in Asia, in Latin America. So, of course, we've taken the necessary lessons, but also let's bear in mind, and it must be noted, that they have been taking many lessons from the Turkish case, which is almost a perfect success story. To realize and to implement distance learning and many other measures to preserve and to ensure the safety of our kids. Yes, schools have been closed after they have been reopened again, and this is part of our measures as well. We know, and as you can see, I'll show you all these guidelines, general guidelines for schools. The standards that you mentioned at the beginning, 2,000 inspectors are or have been inspecting schools. The standards, the hygiene standards and social distancing standards in schools, according to this guideline. But this general guideline are also divided into students, teachers, and parents. So they know, we all know what we have to do, and so we are going to track and trace the process, and we'll follow it very closely and monitor it very closely according to these guidelines in coordination with the Ministry of Health. And I think we've done many rehearsals in schools. Our teachers and principals in every remote, I mean, in almost every single remote, even remote corners of the country, they ensured the safety and security of our kids, and we are really happy. I must say, this is a historic day after 7.5 months to have our kids back. Of course, as you know, this is to begin with the preschool students and the first graders. That's almost 2.4 million students, it's going to be a rarefied and phased approach, a gradual approach to reopen our schools. So,
Gokhan, if you don't mind, we're running out of time. I really want to ask you about whether there is a national directive about students wearing masks for the entire time they're at school. Different countries have different ideas. Some say, OK, wear the mask only in a common area, like corridors, but then take them off when you're in the classroom. What about in Turkey?
They will wear masks in the classroom and in the social common areas as well. This is quite important from our point of view, and this is a very necessary measure to not to, of course, keep school as a secure place from pandemic conditions. And we believe the schools are almost the safest places now in our country, probably in the world as well, in terms of the crisis and the threats faced by the pandemic.
Gokhan, really appreciate it. And of course, best of luck. This is one of the biggest issues that the world is facing, of education and how to keep kids safe in schools. Take care.